Well, hello. Nice to be here, this time in English. I am Laura Sanchez-Ramirez, like many of you know, and I am a journalist, a writer, a teacher, and now a podcaster. Because what I try to do in my podcast is to introduce all these wonderful ideas that we are getting throughout these crazy times and trying to help you develop them and put them out there and find your clients and find your students and leave a legacy for the world. So I am using this podcast today to announce the new podcast season starting this year in 2024. I have already worked on some with some of my students and done some of my editing and publishing, and now have a little time to in between to produce these wonderful podcasts that I love to have when I invite my clients, or when I invite people that actually can give us information to learn about how to move forward in life and about how to use all our skills and the things that we love to create, to use it for the benefit of others and for the benefit of our loved ones, our family, and ourselves, so that we can be happy inside and show that happiness from inside out, not just outside and pretend that everything is okay when we are struggling with so many things. So I just wanted to let you know that this podcast that we're starting, it's taking a better shape now, if we can say that. I did podcasts in the past that had to do with coaching throughout my company, coaching for life goals. Also, podcasts that had to do with how to be an entrepreneur and how to create new businesses. And now through my the Camino Press website, I am trying to help people putting everything together, so that just to also to give you an idea how you can put everything together and continue working and doing what you like to do, but this time with all these additions that you get in life when you learn something, or when someone teaches you something, or when you have that opportunity to say, oh wow, I didn't know this and now I know it. Some of the questions that people ask me, well, a couple of the questions that people ask me was like, what about if I don't like to write, for example, or I've already learned everything that I had to learn. Now what? Well, think about it again. Think about it again. You never, first of all, you never stop learning. You're always learning something new. Or if you're learning about the same thing, you're learning it in a different way, right? So, or if you're learning it, now you can move forward and use it to create something new, or to add it to your to your work environment, whatever it is that you do. So what we have been doing lately, and many of my clients, is writing. We have been focusing on writing, not only for the mere idea of oh, so now I have to be a writer, or I'm not a writer. No, but for the to put down all of those concepts that you have learned throughout your career, through college, through your through your going job to job to job to job, and learning new things. So you don't have to let go of any of the good things that you learned. How about if you learn to put it all together and put it in a book, your own book? So you can either publish it, or you can, when you do public speaking and present your books to the audience, or to those companies or schools or groups that you go to present your story, or to present what it is that you want to show them, or that you want to share with them, that has served you so well in your life. So this year, what I did, many of you already know, many of you are introduced to you, the Camino Press. So there it is. So the Camino Press is my new website. And in there, I am adding everything else, everything that I have gathered throughout time. From the moment I became a journalist, interviews, writings, translations, in English and Spanish, um, teaching different subjects to my students at the university level, or my students when I tutor them at school, elementary school, middle school, and high school, or or simply just want to write poems, you want to write a book, or you just want to write something that you just thought of, that it would be amazing for your company to follow, to try it, because you have been doing it for so long, and you just put something really good together and you want to show it and share it to the world, or share it with them in your own company. So that's what we are going to do in this new season of podcasting. We're going to be interviewing people that can talk to us about education and all the challenges that education has, but not only focusing on the challenges, but also focusing on the wonderful ways that we have now, and our students or our children have now to learn with that technology, taking the technology from the right side of it, and how they can with the, just like by clicking, and they can find some information. We're also going to have guests that will come to us to talk about public speaking, and how they started doing what they do, whether it is in real estate, or whether they are attorneys, or doctors, or nurses, or creators, artists. And now they are going to take that, put it into a book, and show it to a group of people that have that same interest. And just also leave it there as a legacy, or for your family to say, oh, look, so and so wrote this book because this person was good at this, or this person learned to be good at this, and now this person wants to share with all of us. So and another thing that we're going to be talking about in this podcast is coaching. And like everybody's like saying, I already have a career, or we cannot have more than one career, or no. When you are an entrepreneur, you learn to juggle different things, and it's not that you are trying to be a person that does a little bit of everything, and at the end ends up with nothing. What you are you should learn to do is to gather all these skills that you have, and know how to manipulate them in such a way that'll be to the benefit of you and others, for also for your finances, and to teach others when you present it. This is the way that I learned this. Would you like to learn? Look, I have it in a simple book right here. And so someone that can talk to us about different things that they learn through time. So basically, that's what I'm focusing on in the podcast. Other than that, and taken with the CaminoPress.com, which also brings, as you go through it, we're going to be adding blogs, and we're going to be adding these podcasts also. We're hoping to have this podcast in links, sending those links through email. For those people who are not too social media like they don't like social media too much. I know people that and I respect them and I understand them as well. And you should too see which part of your clients or your clientele, what they like. If they like Facebook, if they like Instagram, if they like X, or if they like Telegram, or if they don't like any of that, and they just send me an email with the link, and I'll just connect and take a look at it. and take a look at it. A lot of people don't subscribe to YouTube, but they do watch different videos of their interest. So keep that in mind. So that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be bringing writers. I think this week I have a couple of writers that are that are also teachers, and they're going to be talking to us about how they decided to write a book. Other writers, teachers, what kind of teaching they do. Is it elementary school? Is it autism? Is it university level? Or is it higher education? Or is it maybe teaching English as a second language? Which is the case of many people that come to this country, and they in order to progress, or in order to find a job, or in order to become a better individual in terms of finding a better position with a better income, they need to learn the language. So I know teachers that they teach ESOL, or also English as a second language. Also professionals that like doctors and businessmen and women, that they need a little bit of that push with English. Or maybe someone who wants to learn another language. They already know English, and they know Portuguese, and they know Spanish, and they know Italian, and maybe they just want to go ahead and learn, I don't know, Latin, go back to Latin and say, hey, this is a really interesting language to learn. Why not? Just as simply as an education, just to add it to their portfolio of skills. So education, writing, and coaching is basically what we're going to be talking about. And if you're interested, you can always give us a call, communicate with us, or contact us through the Camino, again, the CaminoPress.com. Again, I'm Laura, so it's Laura at thecaminopress.com, and I'll be more than happy to, just hook up with you on a 5-10 minute call and see if you're interested in, that we help you create that book on that story, to put it together, to design the cover, to publish it, and then so that you can place your orders and distribute them in your events, if you go to speak to a group of children or people at work, or etc. So oh, sorry. So yeah, that's all I wanted to do. I wanted to introduce you to Life with Purpose, podcast that I started, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago, thanks to Sandy Viteri. I'm never going to forget her, because she meant a lot to me back then, of course now, but back then she's the one that pushed me and say, look, you can have a podcast. And then I just went on and realized that I could do it also in Spanish, and that I had my Camino con Propósito, the other podcast that I have in Spanish. And I'm like, okay, wonderful. Let's just go ahead and do that, because the podcast is not just to talk and talk and talk and talk. It's also to present and share ideas with those people who want to continue working and doing things in their lives. So again, we're going to have people that can talk to us about education. And with that, I have one of my books that I am almost finished, is Executive Functions for Elementary School Kids. So they learn how to be focused, how to understand, how to ask questions, how to accept themselves as they are at the moment. We all have to accept ourselves as we are at the moment. And but at different stages in life and ages, we have to learn how to move forward and improve what it is that we are doing or not doing at the moment. So this executive functioning book is going to help many of my students as I've been working in tutoring with them, and asking them questions. And what do you do when you don't feel like doing something, or what do you do when you don't understand? Are you afraid to ask a question? Or what do you do when your teacher gets upset because she has so many things to do, or so many kids, that maybe she doesn't, or he doesn't realize at the moment that you ask an important question to you? And so how do you handle that? You know, and like questions like that we've all had at that age, you know, like that elementary school, even middle school times, and how to handle that without getting frustrated or upset or sad. And there's so many other things that this book is going to be amazing, I'm sure. um then in writing, we're going to be more specific when it comes to so many people that say, Laura, you know, I want to write a book, but I don't even know how to start. Or I have so many things written in a box like I used to at home, and I don't know what it is that I, you know, like, how do I even put it together? So so the idea is to like maybe guide them and teach them. Or maybe, Laura, look, I had this idea and I created a book, let's talk about it, let's talk about it. I'm like, sure, let's talk about it with the audience. So so that's what, so I'm asking some questions about how you do it, how did you realize that this is something that you can share with others, and so on and so forth. And then with coaching, basically, it's like, do you want to have a career? Do you want to go to college? Do you want to open a business? Do you want to, and always bringing with you a journal, always bringing with you maybe a book or a pamphlet or something that created by you, so that you can have leverage, and so that you don't have to like be thinking, I have this business to create and I don't know what to do or how to do it, or how to present it, so that you feel more confident um, in creating what is the call in your heart. So so yeah, I hope to see you there. And I don't want to do this one too long. I hope to be able to answer any questions if you have any questions. And I hope to see you in the Camino Press. Oh, this way or that way. The Camino Press. If I go all the way back, you can see it better. So www.thecaminopress.com. Thanks to Sallie for designing this for me, because she's the one that designed this and it's helping me so much. Sallie, thank you. With my website, thecaminopress.com. And this YouTube, it's, you know, easy to, thank you to those people who will be coming, who are already signed up, and we'll be talking to, so that you can hear what they have to say and what they have to teach too. So it's so good to be here again and do some more recordings. I think we're going to be working on this throughout the summer, and also on the books that we are creating on our students and teaching and everything else. So thank you so much. I hope you like it. Again, this is Laura Sanchez-Ramirez, and you can ask me any questions by connecting to that, Laura at thecaminopress.com. Bye-bye. And start thinking of what book you're going to do next.